Have you ever noticed something strange? The moment you finally stop caring, she suddenly comes back. Not slowly, not casually, but almost as if she felt you pulling away and couldn't ignore it anymore. And it leaves you confused, doesn't it? Because when you were trying, when you were showing up, texting, giving attention, doing everything you thought was right, she was distant, cold, unavailable. You chased, and she pulled away. You tried harder, and she disappeared even more. But the moment you step back, the moment you decide you're done, suddenly she's interested again. Suddenly she's texting, watching, appearing in your life like nothing happened. And deep down, that messes with your head. Because it makes no logical sense. You start wondering if you did something wrong, or if this is some kind of game you never learned how to play. But here's the truth most men never hear. This isn't random. It isn't luck. And it definitely isn't coincidence. What you're about to understand will change the way you see attraction forever. Once you see it, you can't unsee. Here's where most men get it completely wrong. And honestly, it's not your fault. Nobody ever sat you down and explained how this actually works. You were given a script. Be nice. Be available. Be consistent. Show her you care, and she'll naturally come closer. That's what you were taught, directly or indirectly. And it sounds logical, almost comforting. But reality doesn't play by those rules. Because attraction doesn't reward effort the way you think it does. It doesn't respond to how much you give, how quickly you reply, or how perfectly you behave. It responds to something much deeper, something far less logical. It responds to emotional impact. That's why you can do everything right on paper and still feel like you're losing her. And at the same time, another man, who seems less invested, less available, somehow pulls her in without trying. It's confusing until you understand this one shift. Women don't respond to logic the way men do. They respond to energy, the way you carry yourself, the way you feel about yourself, the subtle signals you give off without saying a word. And once you start seeing attraction through that lens, everything that once felt random begins to make uncomfortable, undeniable sense. At the center of all this confusion, there's one principle most men completely overlook, and once you see it, everything starts to click into place. The moment you stop needing her, everything changes. Because neediness carries weight. It creates pressure, even when you don't intend it to. When you constantly seek her attention, her validation, her presence, she feels it. Not consciously, not in words, but emotionally. It's like an invisible tension that says, I need something from you to feel okay. And that pressure quietly pushes her away. But detachment does the opposite. When you no longer need her to complete you, when your emotional state isn't dependent on her responses, something shifts. You become lighter, calmer, more grounded, and that energy feels like freedom to her. Deep down, there's a question every woman is asking, even if she never says it out loud. Is this man choosing me, or does he need me? Because those are two completely different experiences. One feels powerful, the other feels suffocating. And the moment she senses that you're choosing your life, your path, your peace, without needing her to validate it, your value changes in her eyes. Attraction flips, curiosity returns. What you're about to see next are 7 psychological shifts that happen when you truly detach, and each one pulls her back in ways you never expected. The first shift is simple, but it changes everything. You stop chasing. And the moment you do, the entire dynamic flips in a way most men never expect. When you're chasing, it feels like effort. Like you're trying to move things forward, trying to prove something, trying to keep her attention. But what she feels on the other side isn't effort, it's pressure. It's the constant presence, the predictable messages, the subtle expectation that she needs to respond, to reciprocate, to match your energy. And without realizing it, that pressure makes her step back. Not because she dislikes you, but because there's no space for her to feel anything on her own. But when you stop chasing, something strange happens. That pressure disappears. The constant noise goes quiet. And in that silence, she finally has room to think, to feel, to notice what's missing. And what's missing is you. This is where the reversal begins. The same attention she once took for granted is no longer there. The messages slow down. The energy shifts. And suddenly, she's the one feeling the gap. She's the one noticing your absence, replaying your conversations, wondering why you pulled back. And here's the part that changes everything. When you stop chasing, you unknowingly give her something she didn't have before. uncertainty, and the human mind is wired to chase what it doesn't fully understand. So now, instead of you thinking about her, she starts thinking about you. The second shift is where things start getting interesting. You become unpredictable, not because you're playing games, but because your behavior naturally changes the moment you stop revolving your life around her. Before she knew exactly what to expect from you, you'd reply quickly. You'd always be available. You'd show up the same way, every time. And while that might seem like consistency, to the human brain it becomes predictable. And predictable quickly turns into invisible. There's no excitement, no anticipation, no reason for her mind to stay engaged. But when you detach, that pattern breaks. You don't respond instantly anymore. Not because you're trying to create distance, but because your life no longer pauses for her. Some days you're present, other days you're focused elsewhere. Your attention becomes selective, and suddenly she can't read you the same way she used to. And that uncertainty does something powerful. It triggers curiosity. Now she starts asking herself questions she never had to before. Why is he different now? What is he doing? Is he talking to someone else? Did I lose him? And the more she doesn't know, the more her mind tries to fill in the gaps. Because the brain craves resolution. It releases dopamine, not when things are certain, but when there's a possibility of reward mixed with uncertainty. So now, instead of you chasing her attention, her mind begins chasing you. The third shift is subtle, but incredibly powerful. Your value suddenly rises, and it happens without you saying a single word. When you were chasing, your attention was constant, available, easy to access. And anything that's always available, no matter how good it is, slowly loses its perceived value, not because it isn't valuable, but because it's no longer rare. But the moment you stop chasing, scarcity is introduced. Your time, your attention, your energy. Things she once had full access to are no longer guaranteed. And the human mind is wired to assign higher value to what feels limited, what feels like it could be lost. So now, without trying, you appear different, higher status, more selective, less dependent. And that shift alone changes how she sees you, because now a new question starts forming in her mind. If he's not chasing me anymore, why? Did something change? Did I lose his interest? Is there someone else? And here's where it hits her ego. Because before she was certain of your attention, it was predictable, safe. But now, that certainty is gone, and uncertainty challenges ego in a way nothing else does. It creates a need to regain control, to restore what was once guaranteed. So instead of you trying to prove your value to her, she begins trying to understand hers in your eyes. And that's the moment the dynamic shifts completely. The fourth shift is where things become emotional for her, even if she doesn't show it. She starts to feel the loss. When you were there consistently, texting, calling, showing interest, your presence became part of her emotional routine. Your attention, your validation, even your small check-ins, they created a subtle sense of comfort, something she could rely on without thinking too much about it. But the moment you withdraw, that routine breaks. And what replaces it isn't neutrality. It's a void. She notices the silence where your messages used to be, the absence of your attention, the missing validation she once received without effort. And even if she didn't fully appreciate it before, now she feels the difference. Because the human mind reacts more strongly to loss than to gain. What she once had is now gone, and that triggers something deeper than logic. It activates attachment. It makes her reflect, question, and emotionally revisit what she felt when you were around. She might not admit it. She might even distract herself. But the absence creates intensity. It makes your presence feel more meaningful in retrospect than it ever did in the moment. And that's the paradox. When you were giving everything, she felt less. But now that it's gone, she feels more. The fifth shift is one most men don't even realize they're making, yet it changes the entire emotional dynamic. You stop validating her. Before, your words were constant. Compliments, reassurance, attention, given freely, almost automatically. And while it felt like you were building attraction, what you were actually doing was removing its value. Because when validation is always available, it stops feeling special. It becomes background noise. She hears it, but she doesn't feel it. But when you step back, when you're no longer handing out approval so easily, something interesting happens. That same validation suddenly becomes rare, and anything rare instantly becomes more valuable. Now she notices its absence. She starts wondering what you think, whether you still see her the same way, whether she still holds that place in your eyes. And without realizing it, she begins to seek it. This is where the dynamic quietly shifts into something deeper, because the human brain is wired around reward. When something feels scarce and uncertain, it becomes more desirable, more addictive. The possibility of receiving it again creates anticipation. So now, instead of you trying to impress her, she starts doing things that might earn your attention again. Your approval, once given freely, now feels like something she has to unlock. And that's when validation stops being casual and starts becoming powerful. The sixth shift is where your life starts to take center stage again. You stop orbiting around her and begin redirecting your energy into something real. Your work, your goals, your growth. Not as a strategy, not as a move to win her back, but because you finally realize your life was always meant to be bigger than one person. And that shift is impossible to fake. You become busier, but not in a forced way. Your attention is no longer waiting for her replies. Your mind isn't constantly checking your phone. You're building, moving, progressing. There's a quiet sense of direction in how you carry yourself, and that alone changes how you show up in every interaction. And she sees it. Maybe not immediately, maybe not in obvious ways, but she feels the difference. You're no longer available on demand. You're no longer adjusting your life to fit hers. And that sends a message far more powerful than anything you could say. You're not dependent on her. And independence is deeply attractive because it signals strength. It tells her that your world doesn't collapse without her, that your identity isn't tied to her presence. And in that realization, something shifts inside her. Respect grows. Because a man who is focused, driven, and grounded in his own path doesn't chase. He chooses. And the moment she sees that clearly, you stop being just another option and start becoming someone she doesn't want to lose. The seventh shift is the one most people misunderstand, and at the same time, it's the most powerful of all. You detach emotionally, not as a tactic, not as a performance, but genuinely. You reach a point where your emotional state is no longer tied to whether she comes back or not. And that changes everything. Because before, even if you tried to hide it, there was always a subtle attachment, a quiet hope, a need for things to work out, and that need shaped your behavior in ways you didn't even notice. It made you more reactive, more available, more affected by her actions. But now that need is gone. You're okay either way. If she comes back, fine. If she doesn't, you keep moving forward. Your life continues, your energy stays grounded, your sense of self remains intact. And that emotional independence creates a kind of presence that's impossible to ignore, because you become uncontrollable. She can't predict you. She can't influence your emotional state the way she used to. And more importantly, she can't feel that you need her to feel complete. And that lack of control triggers something deep. It creates both curiosity and attraction at the same time. There's also a quiet strength in it. You're not chasing, not reacting, not trying to force anything. You're simply existing in your own space, fully grounded. And that kind of emotional stability carries authority. It tells her that you're not easily shaken, not easily replaced, not easily understood. And ironically, it's in that moment, when you no longer need her at all, that she feels drawn to you the most. Now here's the part most people get wrong. This was never about ignoring her. It was never about playing games, acting cold, or pretending you don't care just to trigger a reaction. Because if that's all you take from this, you'll end up right back where you started, confused, frustrated, and stuck in the same cycle. This is about something deeper. It's about becoming a man who no longer operates from lack. A man whose life doesn't revolve around one person. A man who has options, direction, and a sense of self that isn't shaken by someone else's presence or absence. Because when that shift happens internally, everything on the outside changes naturally. Women don't come back because you ignored them. They come back because the version of you they once knew no longer exists. The man who was chasing, seeking validation, and overinvesting, he's gone. And in his place is someone more grounded, more centered, more difficult to read, and that creates a new kind of attraction, not based on effort, but on presence, not based on need, but on choice. And once that dynamic is established, you're no longer trying to win her over. You've already become the man worth coming back to. So if you remember nothing else from this, remember this one line. The moment you stop chasing, you become the one worth chasing. And now think back to where we started, that moment when you pulled away, when you finally stopped caring the same way, and suddenly she came back. It wasn't magic, it wasn't luck, it was everything you just learned playing out in real time. You didn't lose her by stepping back. You revealed your value. And the truth is, this isn't just about one woman. This is about how you move through life. the energy you carry, the standards you set, the way you choose yourself instead of constantly trying to be chosen. Because once you truly understand this, you stop chasing outcomes, you stop forcing connections, and you start attracting them naturally. If this shifted something in you, let me know in the comments. I want to hear your experience. And if you're ready to go deeper into this kind of psychology, make sure you subscribe, because the next video is going to break down the exact mistakes that push her away, even when she's already interested. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and never forget who you're becoming.